off a lifetime. On top of that, sign up to the app and you'll get even more deals. Me, I got a special. I got the grooming kit. I was able to get my nail clippers and everything that I needed to get myself together to go outside. T. Shanley is the way when I tell you the perfect men's skincare routine. Get yourself a box of T. Shanley.
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Men Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
no cap.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Man Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Men Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Men Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the panel.
Come on up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
no,
indentured servitude?
That's my dog. Those are for minutes. Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No, that's my partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? Appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. Y'all can see that. That's the name of his channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He can have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
What's going on? Oh, could y'all hear me? I think y'all can now. What's up, YouTube? We are live. We are in the building and we got the ladies on the panel tonight. Much love and big ups, salutes and shout outs to y'all. What is good? So tonight we got someone new in the building. And I am happy to bring her through. What is good, Kiba? Y'all will be seeing much. And when I tell you much more of her, much more of her. But Kiba, do me a favor and introduce yourself to the chat and to the panel. Let everyone know what you got going on. Blessings to you.
So my name is Makiba Randall. I actually have a group on Facebook called Queen City Vibes, about 6,000 people. I have a lot of things actually in the works, but I am going to be having a live chat. And Mingo has invited some of his staff or some of his panelists to come on and hang out with us. So it's going to be next month, and I am looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you ladies.
This is going to be a great show. Shout outs to you. So we got our regulars in the building, the GMT family. So we could just go around the panel real quick and just say, hey, what does everyone, if anyone has something new going on that you need to shout it out, please do that. And then if not, we'll just get on with the show. Okay.
Well,
so I guess no one has
everybody.
anything new going on. That's what's up. All right.
Who's going first?
What's up? Who going first? You go first, Tia, since you said it.
Hi, I'm Tia Lachez, and I'm with my Let's Talk. I'm in the process with my YouTube. I have a podcast. I got a couple of projects that's been going on, relaunching everything, and I'm just so happy that I'm able to find my people, my group of women, and we're having a good time.
We having a good time. We having a good Time. You know what I'm saying? Just justify what you got going on your channel.
On my YouTube channel.
Well,
Yes.
I was talking to
Oh,
Jess,
there
but
you go.
Jess looks like she might be having some old school internet problems. We are back on dial-up, y'all. So with that being said, she dropped. She'll
Oh
be
my
back.
goodness.
She'll be back.
That's
She'll
all
be
right.
back.
It's gonna be fine.
Right.
So Uma, I know you got some stuff going on your side. Talk to us.
Hi, guys. Yes, I am heavy in my content creation world, but it's all like metaphysical stuff, psychic, healing, energy stuff. So I've just been really investing myself in that and blessing the world with metaphysical knowledge. That's what I'm doing over there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And Kit, I know your bus tour got rescheduled. You want to just give everybody a reminder on the date? You're still on mute. You're still on mute. Still on mute, sister.
You not be trying to make sure I ain't cutting in. However, good evening, everybody. Yes, due to the look, when I tell you I'm so happy for Great Smoky Kings Company. It's in Cherokee on the reservation here in North Carolina. Amazing feat that these people have been able to make happen. But the amount of time people are waiting while they're still getting logistics together it's astronomical. So we're pushing it back to let them get, the cobwebs and get their feet going so that they can, really clean house, and then we're going to redo it. But again, we are actually going to be doing a class coming up. Everyone who knows me knows that Halloween is like Christmas to me. I literally go all out for the month. And I am actually going to be teaching some classes on how to do some infused eats and treats. And then also just some cute things that you can do with the kiddies if you want. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'll be announcing the dates on Sunday. So make sure that you're here on Sunday so that you can get the info.
So you can get that info. You can get that info. And like we said, Ash, we are working on Ash. We're going to get Ash into YouTube. She don't think so. She don't believe it, but it's just going to happen. It's going to happen.
I can't wait.
Me too. And Dion, my beautiful wife, what you got?
Dion.
Hola, buenos noches. So we are making a lot of moves over here on the Grown Man Talking Show. Please stay tuned. We have a lot of things that we are going to be doing. Make sure that you reach out to us at Mingo365 on Instagram, or myself, Dion MUA, on Instagram, if you are interested in either joining the panel or being a potential contestant for our dating show. So make sure that, again, that you reach out to either DIONNEMUA on Instagram or MINGO365. Okay. And again, we just got stuff shaking and moving over here. So stay tuned. Tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your auntie, and your sister and them. And like and subscribe. We are here on the road to 50K, guys. Like, we need y'all to press the button. Okay. Press the button.
Right. Hit that like button. Hey, so here's the thing, right? You come in the door, likes are free. Hit the like button. Means a lot. Also, it helps us get further and further out into that algorithm. Secondly, I do understand that the debate is tonight, and I really wanted to thank everyone that is in the building, because y'all could be doing that, but y'all are over here with us, and it means a lot. So thank you so much to everyone that is currently watching live with us tonight. We're going to have a good show, high energy. This is going to be a great one, so I am looking forward to it. Y'all ready to get this thing started?
What are you, Jess? She back now.
Yeah, Jess. I don't know about Jess.
My bad. Jess internet is interneting right now. So Jess, what's up, Jess? What you got going on your channel?
So y'all know I've been running from doing lives on my channel a little bit, but that running actually I got caught up now. So I actually have a live coming with a collab next week, and it's in great topic. I'm not going to give you any info on that just yet. When I start advertising it then. But we have, some collabs in the works, and I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all subscribe to Mind Your Mind with just the vibe. All right. So let's get this started, y'all. Y'all ready? We are going to start with I believe this one is supposed to be the cap of the week.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No.
Oh. I should have went through that shit. I'm going home.
All right. How do y'all feel about that? So a young lady goes over to an NBA player's house and she finds a whole bunch of other women's stuff over there. Go ahead, Jess. We can start with you.
I'm just saying, she's already there after one date, so she might as well stay and be like, "Hey, sis."
Oh, she there?
She's
The
already
girl
there
there?
after one date. Like, come on now, you want to have high morals now? Like,
Wait a minute. Is the other girl stuff is there, or the girl there too?
I'm just saying, because if she spend the night, she could be like, "Hey, sis, good morning."
That part. I'm with Jess. Like, you already at his house. You already don't matter. Like, you would jump off at this point. It's the first date. You already there. Like, play your position, get what you finna get, and go home. Like, you can't expect you can't expect anything of a man if you go on home with him after the first date.
Okay. Kiba, what's your thoughts? Kiba look like she.
So this definitely is not a relationship. So I'm with them. Like, what's the morals? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you went over there for what?
Right.
That's what she went over for.
Exactly.
That's what you came for, and get going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not for that lifestyle. Let me just put
Right.
that disclaimer out there, because they got some guys that be liking to twist stuff. I'm not for that lifestyle, but she's obviously for it. That's what she went for.
Right.
Get it, what she gotta get, and keep it moving. Leave a little note for sis. Be like, he was good, sis. No,
Right. That was her first time going there. I just like
she
to
said
unpack
after a
everything.
date. After a date. That's what it said.
Well, she didn't know. That was like a surprise.
No.
Why? Why would
Because
it
she
be a
reported it
surprise?
because she didn't know that was gonna be there. Yeah, but she knew what
You
she
don't
was
know
doing
him.
over there.
She knew she ain't had no stake in the fight. Like, bro, she should have knew she ain't have no stake in the fight.
Yeah.
It's the first date.
So you mean
he
so
know
you mean
what's
to tell
going
me?
on and he know what's going on. He ain't gotta hide it because he don't care about her at all. He ain't put no effort in to hide it. Hey, don't go use that bathroom. Go use this one or something. He ain't try to hide it because she don't mean nothing. She there for one reason. She know why she there. I don't know why she even made the video. She know why she there. It's the first date. Why else would you go to that man's house?
Right.
Well,
Right.
NBA player. She wanted to have more, to see what's going on behind.
More what?
She wanted
Sex?
to have less self-respect.
That part. She wanted to have a reason for him to call her back.
Right. I'm surprised. We got like roughly the majority of the panel agreeing with this one. Kit, where are you at with this?
Let me watch the video again.
Personally, well, it wasn't even really hidden because she said, "I found these things," right? So when I'm very contextual, if you found these things, for one, what are you looking through his shit for in the first place? Go pee.
She didn't have to look for that. She just went to his bathroom. It was there.
Right, but
that stuff with the video, it showed like it was just like a pan, like.
What if she took everything out? What if she went through the drawers and she took everything out to put it on display?
I'm just
This
gonna
shit
go
crazy because she doing too much.
for argument's sake and for conversation's sake. Let's just go with what the video showed, which is all the things out. How they got there, we don't know. But again, this is a first date, right? And you know, things are tested in the first couple of dates. What you're willing to do, how far you're willing to go, how you react, and if you're trying to have something more with him, I don't understand why the first thought was, oh, let me go to his house and rock his world. She was being opportunistic because she was having the opportunity to go to an NBA player's house. She just wasn't expecting to see that. But, you know, we've talked about this several times on the show. Certain calibers of men are going to behave and act in certain ways based on, you know, the acceptance and behaviors of women. So the fact that he just left it out, that like it was said, you know, he clearly didn't care enough to even tidy up, if you will, to make sure that another woman's presence wasn't known. So
that's where I was gonna go with it.
So I want to pick you guys' brain. Why go straight into she was there to have sex? Like, why can't it just be like this NBA player house? He has a nice house. She want to visit. It could be
even
like
if,
her
even
bucket
if,
list check.
even if she wasn't going to have sex, she clearly had a level of expectation of how, you know, he would have his home, treat her, court her, or whatever. And without knowing him and vetting him out, to ultimately go to a stranger's home, you don't know what can happen. You
So what's the difference from a hotel room, a 5-star Marriott, and you sitting inside the lobby? Like,
That's
either location.
I don't give a
Either
shit.
location. It was still the first date.
I'm girl talking. I want to talk.
God, I don't even gotta say nothing on this one. Like, yo,
Nah, that hotel, same thing.
I don't care if he flew me
On the
to
first date,
Dubai.
that's
I'm
crazy.
still gonna have my own room, my own everything, because again, you want to make sure that you're taking care of you first and foremost. Because again, I don't know about, you know, how y'all feel about date safety in 2024, but you definitely want to make sure that, you know, you have somebody, you know, clocking, like, you know, one friend that you have, like, look, here's my location. If anything
What if
goes
she
down,
with
like,
a friend?
I don't know.
I don't be
If
bringing
my
my
aunt
friends on dates with me.
look, let me the first thing is, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? I know what I saw. And what I saw was a woman looking at another woman's stuff at a man's house that she just went on a date with that she doesn't know. And that because he was famous, people like the, you know, people need to stop thinking that because they're famous, oh, he's not going to do anything to me. Nothing is going to happen. You know, this, that, and the third. They'll do something to you and then have their litigation pay you off. And then now you're still dealing with issues that you didn't deal with because of all. You need to stop playing these games. Okay. Like, fame does not make you.
Tia, let me ask you a question. What else would a woman be going to an NBA player's house for after the second date? Do you think that NBA player just wants to show you his big, beautiful house?
It all depends on how the conversation went. Some women are there taking
No.
What? Like,
I'm sorry to tell you this, but if you end up in most men, not even NBA players' house, after the second date, the expectations is for you to drop them drawers. There's no man out there right now that's just trying to hang out and talk to women that you just met, especially a man that has multiple options, like an NBA player. Sorry to tell you that, but do not be that woman that gets swindled talking about, oh, he just wants to hang out with me. He just trying to.
Okay.
He just wants to show. He wants to show me his new basketball. Yeah, yes, people.
I cannot.
Can I jump in on this?
Yes. What's up, Hoover?
So I agree with the ladies, you know, on the panel, and I know we're all like wondering about whether, you know, she went searching to the house or I'm going to say some things and I'm going to go off the some assumptions because we don't have the whole story. My assumption is that this is like the first or second date. He takes her back to the house to you know what, and she walked into the bathroom and she saw some other women's stuff there. So this is what I got to say. One, well, she can't really have any expectations. We're grown. We know what she's there for, you know, so you can't have any expectations. But two, I feel he's a sloppy player, because if you're gonna play it like, you know, hate the game, don't hate the player. The thing is like, if you're gonna play, there's rules to this. You got to keep things separate, right? So if you had a lady there the night before, and you're going on a date with a woman where there's a possibility you're bringing her back to your crib, then you should be moving all the stuff away and whatever. Basically, what he's showing her is, I don't really care about you. You really are just here for a good time, and getting up out of there. So if I was sis, I would leave without giving up anything, because, you know, there's a difference between adults having consensual fun and then adults just disrespecting each other. And it feels mad disrespectful what he did.
Right. And also, I think he let her
like
know
I feel like she disrespecting herself. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
personally, I feel like we have to remember our worth. So if I'm going on a date with someone and then I go back to his house the same day, how is he looking at me? How am I representing, you know, me? Like, my representation, it speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm going to his house on the first date, I mean, yeah, that's why he got draws, and that's why he got
the candlelight dinner. What if the date is at the house and it's a candlelight dinner? Like,
I'm not doing that.
We don't know if it was the first date, though. We don't know if it was the first date. We just said
One mic, ladies. One mic.
Well, we're not going to do that.
Tia, you trying real hard though. I'll give you kudos for that one. You trying real hard, sis.
You are.
Ain't no reason to be
at his house.
But we don't know if it was the first date. We just know it was a date.
No,
that's what it is.
That was the first date.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, but
on the first day,
just for my
else.
Assumptions.
That's fair.
She said they went on a date. Yeah, okay. But honestly, that's the first thing that comes to mind. I think if it was like more dates, sometimes, especially to plug her story in a little bit more, she'll be like, we went a couple dates and I finally went to his house and look what I found. You telling me that wouldn't get people spicy?
So now
if it was more dates,
right?
She would have probably said something.
I mean, you know how these captions go. So you trying to get enough with a few words. So the fact that it says a date, we got that. I'm in agreement with Uma. I would have been like, skirt, I'm out. However,
she said that at the end of the video.
Huh?
She said that. I think she said I'm out at the end of the video.
Right, but what I'm saying is what Uma has said. What Uma has said, because everybody said their piece. So I'm in agreement. I would have left. However, I would have also been real nosy and looked at that medicine, because I saw the medicine, and I'm gonna need to know what the medicine is for. And then, knowing me, I'm probably gonna take a picture of the medicine. And then I'm going to Google, and then I'm going to send it to him and be like, you nasty. She probably burning. I don't know, but you need to go get checked out, figure it out. And just, I'm just, yeah.
Did she think about that after a date and going to his house? Did she think about that? Oh, I don't know how many people he bring back to his house after a date.
They don't.
I mean, these are all valid. These are all valid things.
What do y'all think?
I'm just talking about how petty I can be.
Before you say that, GMT, Dion and Uma, what you all are describing is the expectations of regular men with money, right? Because they're not going to be that level of sloppy. They're going because they still want to have a level of decorum. Some people, when they've made a different level of status, they don't really care, because either you with it or you not, because like the men have said on the Sunday show several times over, they have options. And as a basketball player, especially if you clearly live in nice, you can clearly do chick after a couple of days to just come to your house, like having really vet you out. None of the procedural things that everyday men, regular people do.
I said that about him being, a kind of like a celebrity. I said that it's expected he's going to be playing and whatnot. But regardless of your money status, there's classy men and non-classy men. It don't matter how much money you have. The way you treat a woman, whether you have money or no money, it says a lot about your character. You see what I'm saying? I agree with you. He's a celebrity. He can get any woman he wants, and that's the energy. So he's showing her, I'm just gonna hit it and quit it and keep it moving, sis. It's too much energy for me to pack up all her stuff and put it underneath the counter. So you're just gonna have to deal with that. And that's just sloppy for me. I just don't deal with sloppy guys. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, because let's be real though, Shorty got medication there. She coming back. She's a regular. That probably might be his main girl. Like that's not no one night stand. She left her lashes. Like her medication there. She got to take that 2 and 3 times a day. She will be back. He not gonna pack up his main girl stuff because she gonna come home and she gonna know. No, I left my medication here. I left my lashes here. And that's gonna be a problem within their relationship or whatever they got going on, and he don't want that.
They situations here.
Right. He would rather upset this jump off that's just here after the date than mess up his home and what he got going on. That's why he ain't clean up mess up.
I mean, and then to be honest, if she was like, I'm not with it and leave, you thinking he's gonna be like, okay, there's gonna be someone who is going to be down the line who's probably not gonna care. So oh well, bounce. Let me get the next one.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it.
Let me offer this male perspective to y'all real quick. The man didn't care, right? You guys are 100% right about that. The man did not care, which is why he left his stuff out. Exactly. The likelihood is she did not go home, or if not her, the woman behind her won't go home. Let's keep it real. It's the Cam Newton effect, right? It's the Nick Cannon effect, where the woman doesn't care who's next so long as they're next. So men know that. Celebrity men know that. Men with money, and even Pookie knows that. Pookie knows that most women, if he is attractive enough, don't care how many other women he has, so long as they get a piece of whatever he got. So let's keep it real. The women, I believe, set that dating market. They set the tone. Agreed. And if women were to actually held their chastity to themselves a little bit more, men would have no choice but to respect them more. Yeah. But so long as right, I mean, respecting yourself usually comes along with the higher standards. So if you add that to your resume of I will not be the next, I am not going to your house to have a quote unquote dinner date here. I am not going by your house to have a picnic on your lawn at 2:00 in the morning. Let's just assume. You know what I'm saying?
2:00 in the morning, date starts at 7 or 8.
Right. So after we go out to eat, where you going? Because if the likelihood is that the date started after 8.
You gotta unpack everything. You can't just like.
Well, I'm gonna unpack. These men are just trying to unpack your drawers.
There's someone be like, "Yo, I want him, and it's been on my list. I finally got it. I'm going to get it." Like you got to think of the other mind too. I'm like all about all of the minds as well.
So
what she wouldn't have aborted the mission when she seen them lashes and that medication.
Maybe not, but it's still the NBA player. Y'all forget it as an NBA player.
Right. Anything after 10:00 is a booty call. So just understand that if you end up in a man's house, there's no, okay, let's go over there and hang out until the sun rises in the morning. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't be mad. Don't be mad if you see another woman's stuff over there. Right. Don't be mad.
You know exactly
I mean, ain't nothing open but cookout and legs at that time of night.
Every woman know what they do when they get into that. Like seriously, even if you go out of town as a girls trip, NBA player come along is like, oh, I want to take one of you guys or whatever to my hotel room or to my house. And it's like, you already know what's going on. And people do have bucket list check. Stella got a groove back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to speak for every woman, but some women have curiosity. Someone been there. Someone experienced that. It's just what life is. But you got to deal with that mental.
Yeah, so you just can't complain about them panties then.
No, you can't. So keep them clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Use the bathroom. Get tested. Stop the light and let's get a pop.
Sis had an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen NBA players. I've seen eye to eye. I was in the same room, but I didn't get to their house. But the experience of being in like a dinner date at someone's house, yes, I have been there. Of course, a man wants some. But, as a strong woman, I'm like, no, maybe next time, And then, you wait a month. No, you wait a couple weeks or a month, you give it up, whatever the case may be, and shit don't work. I gotta eat that. You know what I'm saying? But moving forward,
The likelihood is, and you said you did it. How long did that last? The likelihood is the next date didn't happen.
well, you just got to set
It
the
is
standard.
what it
You gotta
is.
set the mold.
Because
you know
if
what
it
I'm
was the first date, and she's going for a dinner date at the house or whatever, how sure are, and you said that, well, they may want some, that's just what it is, whatever. But, even though you could say no, what if he's not going to accept no? You just going on a date with him. What if he doesn't want to accept no?
I know. I was gonna say, Tia, you kind of wrong.
His space.
Wrong for that. You kind of wrong for that. Going to a man's house for a dinner date and then like you know what's going to happen.
And then being like, "Oh no, I'm good.
Oh, no, I'm good.
I'm not rocking with you.
You don't always
No,
have to
you know
happen
what
like
time
that.
it is,
You know, always have to happen like that.
man." And trust me, you can't use that red light excuse because these motherfuckers, these dudes is straight running
They
red
don't
light.
care, right? They
running right through them, no stopping. So you
There's some
can't even
gentlemen
use
out
that.
there.
Good luck.
And they
So,
not, and they're not
with
come over on the first date either.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Say that again, Ash.
I said the gentleman ain't asking you to come over on the first date either.
There we go. There we go. There's no gentleman out there because he would respect you as the lady to say, you know what, first date, I think it's too soon. You know what I'm saying? That's the gentleman. The other men that we're talking about, bring your behind over here first date. I got a nice crib. You want to see it? You ain't never seen nothing like this before. So with that being said, y'all, we are going to move on to the next topic. That was a good conversation. But are y'all ready for this one? Let's get into what did he just
What did
say?
he just say? What did he just say? What did he just say?
Really, is this easy,
I told y'all
fellas?
this wasn't difficult. Look at this. My man says, hi, good morning. She says, good morning back. He says, are you free Saturday at 10 a.m.? Now she looked at him like she was crazy and was like, 10 a.m.? And then he says, yeah, I would like to take you out on a breakfast date. There's a spot that I just found out about that I would like to take you, emphasize you, to. Is that cool? Then she hit him with the Rihanna emoji and said, you paid attention when I said breakfast was my favorite meal of the day. I'm free, sir. Bet. Now, how you doing today?
All right. So with that being said, right, ladies, is it super important? And I know this kind of goes across the board for men to, when they shoot their shot at you, truly listen to what you say, or is it okay for the man to set the standard because it shows a sense of leadership? How do y'all feel about that? Let's go around. Let's start with my wife. Is it important for me as the man to set the standard, especially when we started dating, of, okay, this is what we're doing on our date? Or do you want me to listen to you and say, okay, you said you want to go to breakfast, let's go to breakfast? What's the most important thing for a woman?
I think it's the attention and the details. You do want to feel like you're being listened to, and what you're saying is actually being is seeping in, you know, so it's resonating. So I think he did a very good job to note that, hey, I paid attention. You said that you like breakfast. I want to take you out on a breakfast date. That's awesome. Chef's kiss for that. That's totally great. Yes, I think it's super important to put that type of attention to the details when it comes to planning dates. So, yeah, that's a good little idea.
Why do you hear so many women talk about it's important for a man to take charge of these relationships and be the one to set the standard for the first date?
Because I think intention has a lot to do with it. Like, if you're gonna sit down and say you want to take a woman out, you sit down and say you want to take me out, and I'm very clear on the fact that I love my love language is food. So I like to eat. Take me out to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I said
But
certain
he
type of
doesn't know
food I
your.
like,
So I didn't know your love language when I first met you, right? I had to take charge. I had to say, okay, this is where we're going.
yeah.
So how do you hear
And
so
when
many?
to go eat. And I love that.
All right, I didn't know.
And we
What I'm saying is
continue.
I didn't know that. But Tia,
You
what's
know.
your thoughts on the topic?
I like that he gave her storyline something to vision. Looking forward to being ready. He's very creative, and I like that it's a breakfast date. It's not like it's not like just the original stuff. Original stuff is good, but just have a breakfast date. It just had that mindset of like, oh, I want to go on a date, want to have fun, I want to spend some time with you. I do like a man taking leadership in that. And I also like when he gives me the opportunity to be like in my, as they call it, soft era, where I'm able to like wipe his mouth at the table or pick the place, or maybe I'll cook.
You out here wiping mouths?
Maybe I'll cook, you know.
Don't get a little dot. Oh, you got a little crumb over there. Let me get that for you.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
love
know, a
those
little dab
ways.
dab with the
Yeah.
napkin. That's all right.
And like to take pictures. I love when a man listen and recognize the things that I like, and I like surprises. And then also love language don't always have to be like because I love gifts. That's like number one for me, gifts. But gifts don't always have to be like tangible gift. It could be like what you say, how you create. Even having the waitress do something really nice, like, hey, you already have everything ready. I'm definitely impressed. That's definitely a gift for me. So yeah, that's it.
And I just want to note that he didn't hit her up with the Grand Rising Queen
Oh,
and
God.
where you at and what you
I can't
doing
stand that.
and HRU. Like
I don't know why
he
y'all
didn't
can't
do
say
none of
that.
that. So
I'm
I
not
can
moving
appreciate
forward.
that. That was great. That's a top tier
what's
player
wrong
right
with
there.
that.
That's good.
That part.
Mhm.
That cringe.
Y'all out here tripping. So, Kiba, what's your
Yeah.
thoughts on the topic?
So, I mean, I actually like the fact that he listened to me and he took charge. I think that, you know, of course, every woman wants their man to listen to them, but you taking charge is very sexy. So I like them both. You know, I mean, I think that having both of them right there are good qualities from any man. I don't know one woman who wouldn't, you know, be smitten with both.
Right. I definitely could dig that. We got a $2 super chat from my guy Hank the Basement. What up, man? Go. He says, shout out to the mouth wipers. So all y'all had your fingers up like this.
Let me get
Oh, that's what
that.
that means. I was like, what did that mean?
Nah, that's what's up. But I'm with you. I'm with you with that, Kiba. I understand it.
All right,
It
Manny.
matters on both ends.
Because I'm on this.
So Judge Justified, what's your thoughts on the topic?
Yeah, I definitely like both. What I did like was that conversation shows that there were many conversations before. And through those many conversations before, he listened and then he took charge and did what, you know, did what he did. And it showed a lot. You know, that happened to me before, and you do feel very special just being heard. It doesn't even matter where it was. I'm a pasta lover. I was taken to a whole pasta restaurant with different type of pastas. I was listened to. It made you feel special. So.
Okay. I'm with that. Uma, what's your thoughts on the topic?
I prefer the men that just do it on their own, because it gives me an idea of what they're gonna do and what they're gonna pick. So if for the first date he's asking me out and he picks somewhere and he figures it all out, he plans it on his own, that's very, very attractive to me. But you know, I'm attracted to like alpha males. And then after we're in a relationship and stuff, then I do like what the other ladies are saying is I would love for him to listen to me and then incorporate a lot of what I want into the date planning and stuff like that. So I prefer the men who just kind of, because I've gone on some really great dates without my input or them knowing what I like and stuff. And I don't think I would have had those experiences if they were just always catering to like what I wanted, you know? So it's been nice.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Ash, talk to us.
All right,
Thoughts
so
on
I'm
the
all for
topic.
the man. I'm all for the man leading and picking the date. I think is very beautiful. But I also like hear me, and you can lead that way. Like hear me and then lead us to the ideal date for me. You know what I mean? I love the creativity that comes with a man, like hearing me, like, this is what I like, do. Plan the date based off that. Cause like to me, my biggest fear is ending up on a date doing some stuff that I'm like, oh my God, why are we out here in 100-degree heat playing tennis? And I never said that I like tennis. Like, it was cute, great idea, but it's hot and I don't want to be here. And now it's a horrible date for me because I'm uncomfortable. It's so hot. You know what I mean? So like,
So
the
let
guy
me
can lead
let me
and
counter
plan,
that.
but based off what I want. Go ahead.
Let me counter that. What if it's what he likes? Are you not okay with that? Like, what if he likes to play tennis in 100-degree weather? Would you sacrifice your feelings to say, you know what, I'll do this because he likes it?
Listen, I'm a team player, and if I really like this man, obviously, if we go on a date that I like him enough to be out with him, because I'm not one of the people, I can't just be out with anybody. But he's got to be like, whew, if I'm out here sweating, faking it, till I make it, because I can't even see good, and you want me to go chase this little green ball. Like, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to do it, because that's his interest, and that's fair. Like, because as much as we women want a man to be interested in us, we kind of got to be, like, interested in what they want, too. So I'm going to play, but I'm going to let him know at the end of it, like, whew, that was great, but let's not do that again. I did it for you.
Right.
Like, let's not make this a habit for sure, because that's not me.
I totally get you, Ash.
Look,
I understand.
Listen, thank you.
But because quiet as it kept, our first Valentine's Day dates. Mr. GMT over here, which one? What he know where he at? Took me to a rock climbing spot, right? And I mean, let me preface it with he had said, he was like, oh, because I like to dress up. So he was like, babe, we're gonna go out, but wear sneakers, okay? And I'm like,
and I said, don't wear no makeup.
You ain't say that. So he said, wear sneakers. And I was like, okay. And I'm not a sneakerhead like that. I just got like a few sneakers. So I'm like, okay, let me put something on, get cute. We get there, and I was like, oh, rock climbing.
What are we doing here?
Cool. Nice. But I mean, I think the only thing that I was like, oh man, was because I had my nails done and I was worried about like breaking my nails. But I had a really good time. It was a good time. It was very memorable, Got a little t-shirt, for the memory. And it was good. It was cool. So it was like one of those things like.
So y'all should take the nails off because you never know what the man is gonna want once.
No, but you like my nails
for
though.
me, I'm afraid of heights, so now I'm up here like I'm
You
trying
like
to be
'em.
brave because I like you, but I'm out here like fearing for my life. That's crazy. I'm terrified. Get me down.
I mean, you rock climb, they got all types of security stuff in play.
It sounds good, but my mind says all this can break and I'm gonna die. Okay, that's my mind.
No, and that was the other thing. Like he was being a team player because he's never rock climbed. I rock climbed before. And I think we said it like in passing. So it was like, okay. So we did have a little conversation. I ain't say I want to do it like for Valentine's Day, but afterwards he took me out to eat to one of my favorite restaurants. So it was like a win-win. So, it was good.
You do what I want to do. I do what you want to do. So that's how it works in two ways. Kit, what's your thoughts on the topic?
Oh boy. I don't know. I feel like I like for a man to kind of come with the agenda set, and I can just kind of, sit in what they call this very demure and and mindful.
Oh my God.
AC energy.
Isn't that what they say? Isn't that what the kids say right now? But at the same time, like making sure that you're heard, like it's just one of those things where it's like, even if it's not exercised, all the time, as far as like, okay, I know she likes this, I know she likes that, like Beyonce said, introducing people to new experiences is one of those things that, you really start to have like different kinds of connections. Like it's showing that you want to be different with this person. You want to have new experiences with this person. So, and it's not just so cookie cutter, because, sometimes as women, we like certain things, but we don't know other things that we would like because we get stuck with what we know we like. And it's like, if you do this and we know you like, and we know, we like it, you're never gonna mess up, right? Because you already know. But without taking the risk and like seeing other activities and things, like you just really wouldn't know. I just hate when men want to set a date and be like, oh, I want to take you out or whatever. And then it's time to like set up a date and you're like, oh, okay, well, what are we doing? Oh, well, I was just going to ask you whatever you want to do. And I was just going to take you and, I'll make sure that, I cover everything. But I'm like, but you asked me out on the date. Why don't you have it?
You want the initiative, like.
Or you understand what I mean? Or even like, okay, well, I was thinking we could do something interactive or fun, so I was going to say we could choose between this one and this one. Even if you want to give me an option, right? I know it is. They got that word by the gums, but
I'm gonna need you to spell them correctly though.
All right, babe.
That's Dion.
You know what he meant. You know what he meant.
But yeah,
Jesus
so
Christ.
but I will say this: there have been instances, and this isn't because it's not necessarily more than not, but there have been instances where men, and I hate to do this, ladies, because this is one of those times where I just feel bad for the fellas, but they have literally set plans, set intentions, and everything, right? Like this dude actually was talking to this girl, and he was doing the whole listening thing and making sure he was being proper. And one of the things that she said she, enjoys doing is that she enjoys volunteering and giving back to the community and things like that. Mm-hmm. So he actually set a date for them to go to like a local food kitchen or like a local something where they would like volunteer for like an hour or so and then go out, and hang out and have food and like, talk or whatever. And this chick legit canceled him. Was like,
no.
Why would he take me to volunteer on a date? Even though she's the one who told him, like, I volunteer, I volunteer this many days a week. Why would you want to take me to volunteer? But I think it was her way of using something to make it seem like she was this, warm and cozy kind of like, oh, wow.
Like she had a philanthropist heart, and she not.
Been transparent and authentic.
Volunteer by herself.
And she was probably sharing it like again, like she did, do the volunteering, but she was using that as like a way of seeming one day versus another. And when he
manipulation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but when he used this particular thing to say, hey, how about we do this? Because I know this is something that you enjoy, and we go and do whatever. She literally canceled him. Like, why would you set that up? But then why would you use that as an end to seem like someone you're not?
Right.
If you could have easily said, for my sorority, for my organization, for my probation. I mean, whatever it was, I got to do these many volunteer hours.
Probation is wild.
Look, they be out here. It's the same thing. So that's like the caveat.
Men shouldn't listen to us because we lie all the time. Like, let's be clear, ladies. We lie all the time.
Wow.
We gotta take accountability. We gotta take accountability. We do. We say all the things.
You take that level of accountability in the back chat, not out here.
No. Take it on the panel. We trying to get real here.
We
trying to get real here.
Women
Why you say that, Uma?
Because women say all the things to get a man's attention. Oh my God, I love sports. Oh my God, you play video games? I'll watch you for 10 hours. Yes.
No,
this
I
is
never. I would never.
Can we say some women then? Because I mean, now I'm not talking about lying, period, but like, you know, because some people actually like to approach situations authentically and like transparently. Because guess what? You have a whole lot of things to unravel later on down if you come with a whole face on.
But what I'm saying is in the beginning, before you get into a relationship, there is a natural kind of like bending of the truth on both sides. You know, women, we're not going to tell you our exact weight. Men are not going to tell you their exact height. And it's okay. So that's all I'm trying to say.
Who does that? Why? They're going to see you.
The point I'm trying to make. I'll wait.
I never want to get trapped.
I'll wait till it's my turn to talk.
If I don't have to.
The point I'm trying to
you're talking on behalf of women. So let's talk about those who lie when they come forward to meet someone and those who do not and actually try.
The point I'm trying to make is that in the beginning, there is maybe not for Ash. She's the only person that doesn't lie and say anything, you know, off the charts. But for
I'll be lying.
The point that I'm trying to say is that most women will say a little something here and there to be more attractive to men, right? And here's the thing. This is why another point to what I'm saying is I like the guy to pick the date, because one, if he's picking the date, it gets me to see what he's into and what his idea of a date is. So we shouldn't just be having these guys cater to our every need and making it comfortable for us. We got to make the relationship comfortable for them too. So, you know, if he's going to take me to like a baseball park for our first date, I'm not really into sports. I'm not going to break up with him or not pursue him anymore, but it's now registered in my mind. Okay, he likes sports and he likes baseball in particular. I learned something about the man. But if we have these guys out here that are just always paying attention to us and what do they like and what do they want? They can, one, get it wrong if there's a woman there that's lying. And then two, you know, if they're just always catering to us, when do we cater to them? That's all I was just trying to say.
It'd be hot at the baseball games too.
With that, yeah, yo, Ash is crazy. With that being, with that, and what Uma is saying, what Uma is saying is, I agree, right? We put a lot of emphasis on what does the woman want. It's all about what you want, but it should be what we want. And in some cases, if this man is expected to, we're courting you. Courting you doesn't mean taking you on every date you want to go on, even if it's the first
date.
Me
first, right? Like I know mutually we'll get to know each other, but like, should it really be all about the guy off rip?
Yeah, why not? Why should it be all about you off rip?
Because the guy wanted me, and he wanted me to go on a date.
Kiba, you got some background noise, Kiba. I'm sorry, I had to mute your mic real quick. It sounds like a fan or something is on. Ash, say that one more time.
I said if the guy wanted me and he wanted to take me out and get to know me, why would he make it about himself? Like, I'm cool with doing whatever the guy want to be, but I don't think it should.
But you want to get to know me too, right? You want to get to know me too.
I'm interested based on his interest. Like, oh, okay, maybe I never paid attention to you, but like, okay, we've been chit chatting, it's a vibe, and now, yeah, I'll agree to go on this date because we're getting to know each other now. But like, it's not like, oh, I shot my shot at a guy. Because if I did shoot my shot, then yeah, it should totally be about him. Because at this point, I'm courting you because you didn't want me until I wanted you.
Listen, you know what? You know what I tell a lot of men nowadays. I tell men, if you're gonna go on a date, make sure you enjoy the experience as well. Because a lot of women now a lot of women today are taking men for granted. They're taking men and just literally using them for foodie dates.
I don't like people enough to do that. I do not like men. I cannot. I will leave before the answer come out.
Regardless, though, it's an actual thing. So men are being taken advantage of just for food, and then you don't hear nothing from shorty 2 or 3 days later. It might even be the next day. The moment she's like, I got my lobster.
But I like to say that men know that beforehand. You know if someone's interested in you beforehand. If the responses are small and minimum before the date, she don't like you, and men just gotta be real with yourself and like, okay, shorty's not feeling me, I'm not gonna take her out. But men be so hyped about going out with a female that they don't care that they're getting played or used. Because in their mind, they're like, oh, I can wine and dine her out her draws. And a lot of people, you cannot wine and dine out their draws. I mean, there's a great amount that you can, but there's some other ones over there. Food do not make me want to get naked. I love food.
That's why I'm
I
a
say don't take the
proponent
risk.
of the conversation before the date. That's why I'm a proponent of that, because that conversation before the date, that's when y'all find out, oh, a lot of things that you have in common. Oh, okay, so you like sports. Okay, so you want, oh, I like sports too. And, a lot of that conversation that happens before the date, that kind of like hash out a lot of that. So, and then you're both going somewhere that you may enjoy.
Right. But when you make it all about, what you want as the woman, come on. Like, and then I got to pay some extravagant amount because the likelihood is I'm paying for everything. Right.
And I just want to say something.
Yeah.
What do you mean, as I should? You paid for dates before.
If you are pursuing a woman, you should be paying.
Thank you.
You're not
hold on.
paying you for my time.
Hold on. So if I'm paying you for your time, you better open your legs. What are you talking about? That's a
crazy right now, bro.
That's a prostitute.
Crazy.
If you're telling
about
exactly what I just said. If you're saying I'm paying you for your time, that's called prostitution.
No, it is not. That's not what it's called.
Wait a minute.
That's called a date. You go out on a date and you're paying for.
Wait a minute, ladies. If I am taking you out on a date, it's me trying to get to know you.
That's still time, right?
No, wait a minute. I'm not paying for your time. What you just said is prostitution. I'm paying to go out on a date to experience. Wait a minute. I'm paying to go out on a date with you so we can get to know each other and have an experience together. Come on, wife. I'm not paying you for your time. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. So this is why, in some cases, men are tired of paying for y'all time. And the expectation is, if I'm not going to get nothing out of the end of this rainbow, I might as well clap cheeks and be out.
You're going to get to know
you wouldn't know that until you get
to go on a second
the end of that rainbow.
Well, there's going to be another date. And eventually the guy won't always be paying for dates, because once we're locked in and we go from this just open dating thing to this exclusive dating thing, then of course that's the female's going to start contributing. She's going to be buying gifts. She's going to go out her way because she likes this man too. Now it's a mutual thing. Like, he's no longer pursuing her because he already got her. They locked in. Whether it's a relationship or not, they're dating exclusively. Like, the interest is mutual at this point. And that could be after one date. She can be like, dang, that date was so great. I want to take you out this weekend, I don't know if it happens that fast typically, but
nah. Typically, women don't pay for dates in the quote unquote, because remember, courting is not a thing anymore, right? We don't court, we date, and most of these women are dating, and men too. Most people are dating around. It's not no more what it used to be back in the day, where one man is courting one woman. We know that we're going towards the end goal, and that's it. It's usually you're dating 10 men. So why am I paying for all of these experiences?
Here's the thing with that.
For what?
It's honestly, I feel like the wording has just changed. So dating, you have dating exclusively, right? Which is I feel like the modern day term for courting, because now that's a monogamous situation. When you're going on a date, if you're going to say you're a traditional man, you are, yes.
Well, are you a traditional woman?
Me?
Because
Me
if
myself?
if I'm a traditional, no, not you, in general.
Oh, okay.
We're married, so I understand our situation, and I don't know if you're just talking for the internet. But
in it, listen what I was saying. How about that?
With that being said, though. With that being said, though, if I'm a traditional man, my expectations is you're a traditional woman, and it shouldn't be me taking you on all of these dates and paying for.
We didn't say all of these dates. I never at any point said all of these dates. I didn't give a numerical value to the dates. I said a date. I said you are paying for my time. So when you ask a woman out for a date, You are asking her to take a specific amount of time to be with you. Yes, you should pay for that date.
So if you wanted to go out, you should pay for it then.
I wouldn't. I would never ask a man out for a date.
You
I would never do that.
Why are you saying that? That's crap. Let's
I'm
keep it
saying
real.
at this point, I'm saying at this point, I'm not saying
At
I've
this
never
point,
taken
you've
you
been
out on
married
a
for-
date.
You've been married for right. So what do you mean at this point? It's 8. It's
I'm saying
14.
if I'm giving a very.
I'm gonna have to mute your mic because you out here making us look crazy.
No, I'm not.
What? Yo,
saying hypothetical. I'm giving a hypothetical, but at the what I'm saying.
Hypothetical. You can't say at this time how you would do it, and that ain't your situation. At this time, it makes sense. Don't preach it to other women because it's keeping other women single.
You think that's keeping other women single?
The way women are dating right now, especially in our community, is keeping them single.
So you think women should ask men out on dates? Single women should ask men out on dates?
I feel like if you're not a traditional woman, but you know you're not,
I'm not.
I feel like if you're not a traditional woman and you know you're not, and you know you're a modern woman, stop looking for traditional men.
I can
Look for a
agree
man
with that.
where
But
you-
I
not-
ain't
that's
any
not-
traditional men either, though. You know
You
that,
think
right?
women
Like
should ask
nowadays,
men out on
everybody
first
is
date?
pretty much on a lot of people are on modern terms for the most part, still holding on to some traditional values.
But then
But
why?
if you're,
But then
you know,
why
then
keep
you have
asking
to
for
look for the
traditional
people.
men?
Huh?
Why keep looking for traditional men?
But who
Because the
says that?
non-traditional
Y'all
men
are
is
the
too
ones that
late.
use the modern traditional terms a lot more.
Jess, are you serious? You know how many women are out here talking about, I need a man to be traditional. He need to pay everything. He needs 100%. I need a man to pay. Come on. I need a man
But
to
usually
pay.
the people who talk that are the ones
Kiba was just having a conversation with someone, and they told her the same thing. These men are out here experiencing women to ask them to pay for their babysitters. Right? Hold on, I'm gonna unmute you, Kiba. Am I right about that?
So that was what he said. But I have to say that I think that dating looks different now. I've been married for a long time, but I just don't think dating looks like it used to. I agree with a lot of these ladies. I think that, now you got online dating, you got people going to the little lounges, you got married people out here thinking that they single, and like it just looks different now. So now you have women, like you said, who want you to pay for the babysitter or want you to take them on that first date and pay for it. But then you also have women who are strong and they will take you. So I just don't think that I don't think it looks like it used to. I don't think so.
I agree.
I feel like it got to be, if you're looking for quality, you're looking for quality. So there's a way that you approach looking for quality.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not quality, you're going to probably be like, well, I just want to get as many dates as I want from as many guys as I want, get paid
That
for
part.
my food, blah, blah, blah. If you're not for quality, if you are for quality, you're taking interest in those calls before y'all actually go out. The excitement of finally being in their company and actually spending time with them, not caring about the date, but caring about actually spending time with that person, having a great time. Oh, let me see if he's going to call back. Oh my goodness, he called back. I'm so excited. And let's move on. There's people who want quality and those who don't.
Yeah, there are women.
That's all you got to weed out in this world.
I agree with you. I think that there are plenty of women who want that. And then you have women who are out here moving just like men, who got eight, men that's on the little Rolodex.
I agree. And that's
I
why I
just
said
think
weeding
dating is
out.
different now.
There's quality, there's no quality. That's it. There's quality, there's
Yeah.
low quality. On both ends, that's what it is.
I think we
You got
also
women
have
out
to-
here right now telling.
We also
Go
have
ahead,
to think
go ahead,
about,
Kit.
sorry, we also really have to think about what we might consider quality and what the Sexy Reds and Suki Hanas and some other different mentionables might consider quality are eons and worlds in between. So, again, it really depends on your mind frame and what you're looking at as a quality mate, as someone who is viable, someone that actually totes that line. And Kiba, thank you for saying that. As a married woman, I really appreciate you, Queen City Vibes up, Queen City Vibe Girls up. Thank you for saying.
Oh,
Married
man.
men realize that they're
Okay.
married. I think your bad juju tried to choke me when I was trying to get my words out. GMT, I don't appreciate that. That doesn't appeal to my good girl senses. But when you said that married men don't realize they're actually married, I have actually said that like several times. And they be like, "Oh," so to hear somebody else say it, because what I always say is, married men are like the most single men on the planet.
I swear.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
And of course, you got cap a lot, cap.
It's not in abundance. It's not like an abundance, man. Jesus Christ.
But it
Well, in the
really
military
is.
population, it is. Okay. I swear.
That's the military. That's like 1% of the population.
Well, that's my world, so I can only speak to that.
But I live in the other 99% of it, and even from a married woman who's been married for years, is telling you. And keep in mind, it's not like, and I'm not making the assumption, but clearly you seem to say that you're still with your husband, so clearly y'all are still happy together. This is coming from a married woman who isn't even experiencing that it can actually sit and say and understand that it is a real thing that happens. And I'm telling you, and again, I'm not saying that married women don't do it, right? But what I am really tired of is that men always, as soon as you say a man does something, the first thing they want to say is, well, women do it too. Are y'all trying to be the leaders out here and make sure that we're doing things
Who said
properly?
that? I didn't say that.
A lot of men do. You are a thimble of a thimble of a thimble of the population in men. Do you realize that they can fit your population inside of a population? Like,
listen, I wasn't gonna say women do it too. What I'm just trying to say is that you make that sound like it's the majority of married men. It's not. Why get married if that's how you think?
Yeah, but it's out there though. It really is happening though.
He said that she didn't say majority. There was no. She said some. So that's just the existence of.
She said married men. She left it there. And I never said all, right?
Some of the most single men on the planet. They are. I'm not saying all of them, but there are a lot of them. And again, we're not like telling. You know what? Let me explain something.
Pause. Let me get this super chat real quick.
Yes.
We got a 199 super chat from my guy Blockchain. He says GMT looks like he needs a drink, my G. I do.
You need to drink some water because you got high blood pressure, so don't even do it.
Dang. You're not even gonna like think about the HIPAA laws.
Yeah, you just gonna put my helmet out there like that, Jesus.
Sit back.
All right.
Sit back.
So, ladies, I want to get on to the main event. While everyone is here tonight, I'm sorry, Kit, I love you, but we are going to get on to the main event. Are y'all ready for this? All right. Where are the men? A lot of women are asking these questions because they feel as if the men don't exist anymore. As if most men are either locked up, we are RIP'd, we are either married, or we, I don't know, are just done with women, meaning that we are in the rainbow sector of the community. So with that, I'm not trying to use the word, we are trying to be YouTube friendly. So with that being said, let me play some videos and then we'll get to the topic.
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Why do y'all be lying? Where do y'all go to find these men? Y'all say find them in Target, find them outside, blah, blah, blah. Y'all are lying. They are not in Target. Like, what? I'll say, oh, go outside. I am outside. I'm not looking for men in the club. Why would you look for men in the club? Like, can we be for real?
So, ladies, do y'all feel as if there's a shortage of good men nowadays?
No.
Good men, yes. Regular men, no. Like, I don't know. At least where I'm at in this state of Virginia, I think I've come across a lot of men, and a lot of them have been trash. But there are. I take it back. I'm gonna say no. There's a lot of trash men out here, a lot, and I think they're like
basura.
They're what's that word? They're saturating, like they're taking away from all the good men, right? You gotta filter through the trash. There's a lot of trash to sift through, but there's some actually good men out there. Like when I'm thinking about, like, there's some really good men out there that got their shit together, that's really doing good in life.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. She had to rethink that.
I was like, but I had to take it back.
But
and I was like,
so,
I know some great men out here, but there's a lot of trash out here. Like, there's a lot of trash.
But let me get to Tia on this one. Tia, what's your thoughts on that topic?
Oh shit.
Yo, kid is stupid.
What?
Let's just keep being a kid. What's up,
I love
Tia?
I love her.
What's up, Tia?
Dating. I agree with Ash. There's a lot of trash out here. But also to think of another perspective, I like to, unpack what is the woman is doing to attract those type of people. So
I was on the dating apps, and that's why I came across a lot of trash. Okay?
So when
It's
she
a lot
says
of
she's
garbage
out in
here.
Target, when she's outside, it has been said that men is at Lowe's and they out in the clubs or even church. I just believe, that you have to be consistent in something, or just waiting your time, or become the woman that you want to become to attract that type of man. So you got to do some inner work to attract those type of men so that you can filter out the trash. You know what I'm saying? So, and also you got to ask those probing questions. What are your intentions? Or as I always say, what's your 5-year goal? Or what are you doing now?
Maybe
Do you
lying
have
about
kids?
that.
You got to ask those questions and keep asking them and see if you guys can have a long conversation. And sometimes the men do play around and have conversation after conversation because they lonely. And then it's like, you got to have that time frame in your head. Like, you know what? I got to dip out. But then it get tiring because it's like, I got to keep doing this to the next man. The next man's like, damn, like, where he at? So I'm in the boat of like dating, and I'm taking a break in a sense. I'm just tired of being on a dating apps because it's like a dead end. Everybody want to hook up. The first thing they will say is, where you at? Or what you doing? Or if we get past that, we have a good conversation and it don't go nowhere out the dating app. It's like one or two that will come out the dating app. Then you go out in public. They buy you a drink. I got pretty girl privilege. And sometimes you can't always accept those free things from those men. You got to say no. And it's not saying like, oh, I could do all by myself. That's cool. But at the same time, it depends on what type of men approach you. And I'm like, why do, unattractive guys want to approach me? The ones that I'm not attracted to. I'm like, what's going on with me? I was like, this the
They
wrong
don't know they're not. They don't know that they're not attractive to
They
you.
don't know they ugly.
Why they approaching you? They
They're
don't know they
really ugly to me. So I was like, let me get out the clubs. Then you'll go to church. You got to be careful with them. Because it's like, you're not fully healed. So it's like, you know what? Let me just sit back and continue to do some inner work. And everybody will say, be patient. But damn, like, I'm getting older and I'm being singled out as a 36-year-old woman and one kid. My resume look really good. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to settle for anything. Not a massive settle. So.
Okay. Your anonymous healing says, what is considered ugly?
Someone that I'm not attracted to. Okay.
That's ugly or just not attractive?
I'm just not attracted to them. Like, I know a lot of times people say, because I have my friends will always say, well, it's the material, meaning that I have a particular guy that I like. I have a certain, requirements that I like to follow. So there's certain things about a guy that can't change, like bad breath. It's a lot of guys out here that got that bad breath. And baby, I'm looking at the bottom of your mouth, besides your shoes as well. So it's like, you got to come with the status just as much you want me to come with the status. I have the body parts. I have the brains. I have, the traditional qualities, but then you single me out because I want certain things and then you can't be consistent about it. So then I got to wait on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we waiting? We need to do this thing. Then I'm getting older. Now I'm in the boat of like, well, we 45, 50, and it's like, okay, we just gonna do it. That's not fair. I want to enjoy you in my youth. I want to enjoy you with my fortunes. So it's annoying.
Okay. Real quick, I got before we move on, because I do want all my single ladies to address it. Then I have a specific question for the married women on the panel, and I know Uma has been in a long-term relationship, so she can address it along those lines as well. But before we go there, I have a $4.99 super chat for my guy Blockchain. What's good, my brother? He said, "There's no shortage of good men. They just don't want y'all. Generally speaking, please don't take it personal. Generally. All right. So, let's move on to our Jess. Oh, no, Kit. Kit got something to say. What's up, Kit?
So to answer the main question of where all the good men have gone, I'm going to piggyback off of something that I said on Sunday. I don't think that it's a lack of good men. I think it's a lack of men who haven't dealt with traumas of past relationships, which are making them behave badly, right? So there's a difference, because all of these men ain't getting boxed because they're bad men. You see what I'm saying? What it is that they haven't dealt with things that make them behave badly and make it where they are, they're not trusting, and they have issues because of either what they've done to other women or other women have done to them. And because of that, they're behaving badly. That's not to say that they're bad men. There are a lot of good men. I tell people all the time, just because he's a good man doesn't mean that he's the good man for me, right? We also have to realize that as well. And people will be like, oh, well, that was a good man. Just because he's a good man doesn't mean that he's the good one for you. So, again, I believe that good men are out there. I think that there are a lot of men that really need to unpack their traumas, whether it's, not trusting women from dealing with mom issues, not trusting women from dealing with relationship issues, baby mama issues, whatever the case is. And once they dial that back, it's a lot easier to lead when you have a clear path. Y'all really have problems with leading because y'all can't see. And it's like the blind is leading the blind. And that's why you see these men out here going through women like they do, because they haven't dealt and unpacked with things they should. So that's my particular thing. I think that there's no bad men. I just think there's a lot of men behaving badly. Once they get past that and really unpack and heal, you could see a lot more men, being the stand-up men that we're all craving and looking for in the community.
I love that Kit said that. That was like almost spot on. I love that. And I also want to add, when men are doing these bad things, it's almost because women are allowing them to do it. I think someone said it one of these weeks that men only do what you allow it. So many women have lowered the bar and the standard. Men can get away with anything out here. That. Oh, shout out to you. You be saying some stuff. I like it. But women have lowered the bar. So like men kind of move how they want because they've been getting away with it so long. But it takes like a stand-up woman to be like, hey, we not doing that over here. And either he's gonna tighten up and move accordingly, or he's gonna miss his blessing.
Right. That's real. Jess, what's your thoughts on the topic?
I definitely think, especially when we're talking about good or bad, I don't like talking general with a lot of things, because when you talk about good or bad or whatever, a lot of times it's subjective. Like, let's say you're talking about that you're looking for somebody who's a Christian. And if, a lot of men that you are coming across are not Christian, you're going to look at them that they're not that choice for you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times it depends on what you're looking for and what you're coming across and, with that. But other than that, I don't like to put it on a general scale, because on either side, as I said, the quality of people has been going lower and lower as we continue.
I agree. I agree with that, and that's good not to put it specifically on men or on women. I guess the question would be, Jess, the question is, are there men in a considerable amount of this, I'm kind of slipping up my words here. Are there men good enough for you to say the dating market does not have P in it? It's more about introspective in what you're doing wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's you, Joe.
I was in the comments. So sorry.
Get out the comments.
It popped out. You saw my eye went this way, and I was like, oh. And then, because I hate when people do that, because especially that I brought up Christian. I'm a Christian.
Stay out the comments. Let's get on topic.
I'm just saying.
What's your thoughts on the dating pool? Does it really have P in it, or is it more introspection that women need to do to find out, well, maybe there's something wrong with me, not the men?
That's the thing. I can't just put it on one gender. I feel like all around, there's a lot of people that need healing, a lot of people that need accountability, a lot of people that need, to be like, more like have moral backing and things like that. I can't put it that it's all straight across the board per se, that it has P in it like that.
Okay. I'm with you. Dion, my beautiful wife, as a married woman, what would you give, what would you set for expectations for younger women or just women in general that are dating and looking to be where you are in life?
As far as what to look for in dating?
Yeah, we dated, okay. You dated.
I would say definitely honesty is important. I think a lot of the things that we touched on within the topics had to do with honesty, whether that is honesty in things that you like, what you dislike, your expectations. I think having that transparent communication is really important. Also someone that has a similar mindset when it comes to morality. We talk about we've touched on it before, not in this conversation, but generally about being equally yoked. And it doesn't have to necessarily be in a religious aspect. If you have certain ideologies, something that's your foundation of your core of what you find to make you a good person, you should share that type of ideology with the person that you're dating. So whatever that looks like, you want to be on the same playing field. So certain things won't be an issue for you. There wouldn't be issues of fidelity or lying or just any of those things. I also believe that communication is key. Just clear communication across the board. So if you can do that, I don't feel like there's any issue that's really insurmountable. So if you have clear, honest communication and you share similar ideologies, I think everything else will come. One point that I saw in the chat was about being friend zoned. I do think there are a lot of good men that are being friend zoned, that they're being overlooked because of certain criteria that, for whatever reason, some women may not deem to be like, okay, well, I don't like this about him. It could be a physical attribute, it can be a character thing, but the overall is like, on paper, he's a good man. And if it's almost like if he wasn't your friend and he may not have been in the package or whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is of what he is, you would want to date him. And then I've seen situations where there's some women that's like, when their girlfriend wants to talk to this friend, then it's a problem because it's like, well, why you like him? And it's like, because he's a good man. What you mean? And then that could be drama. So I think women really need to start looking at what they want in a guy and not overlook the guy that very well could be right in front of your face just because he is your friend, because you put him in there. So that's my take.
Okay. Kiba, as a married woman on the panel, what is your thoughts on what you would get? Sorry, let me rephrase that. What advice would you give a younger woman coming up in the game that would like to be in your position?
So I would have to say, be friends. You know what I'm saying? Know what true friendship is. Definitely talk about finances. That's very important. Of course, talk about intimacy and anarchy. To me, when me and my husband, we've been on and off for 34 years, but when he and I talk, we talk a lot about the archy. It's important to me that God is first. Not everybody has that, in their life, but that's important to me. And then, you go down and I just think there has to be levels. I need to know where, my place, the kids' place, household, that stuff is important, making sure he's taking care of himself. So I would have to say, making sure that communication is key, talk a lot. It's healthy to have disagreements. So, people who say that they never fuss and fight, then that's a horrible relationship. Because you have to have disagreements. We're all human. And, just dating, don't rush, and pray about it. But I also wanted to just chime in a little bit, and because I agree with Kit when it comes to, are there good men? I totally agree. I don't think the word should be good. I think available is a little bit better, because we look at men as being masculine, but there are quite a few men that walk around and they're damaged. They have mommy issues, relationship issues, financial issues. And, I think that once we identify that, then I think that would be a better way of looking at how to date the right person. A lot of women run to their past. So, abuse, then you go find that guy that might cause the same type of damage. I just think that it's not really the good or the bad. I think it's more the, are you damaged?
Right. Okay. I'm definitely with that. We got a $2 super chat from Just Justify, who is currently on the stream, donating to the stream. That is such a dumb thing. But hold on, I got to give you the Jamal Just Justify. She says, define a good man for the stream. I asked for a reason. You want me to define a good man for the stream?
Yes, I do.
All right. I'm going to do it, but I would like for Uma to go first, and then I'll give my male perspective on everything that y'all are talking. But I got you, though, Jess. I promise. Go ahead, Uma. What advice would you give a woman coming up in the game to be in the position that you are? Is it married, or are you're in a long-term relationship, which is similar, like y'all married, right?
We live
because
together.
not everybody y'all live together. That's cohabitating,
Right.
So
We're partners.
what advice would you
Jacking
give a
up.
woman to be in a happy marriage or a happy relationship or a happy whatever?
Women got to change their outlook about the dating field. The whole men are trash and it's pee in the dating pool. Like, if you have that energy about you, then you're going to attract that energy to you, right? I live in Virginia. I'm from the dating apps. I met my man on the dating app, and we have a great relationship. So it's like, but you can't go on to things with a negative mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. And the other thing is that we have to stop looking at men as just men, and we have to look at men as human beings. They have the same wants and needs as us. They want to be loved. They want to be cared for. They want someone to be honest with them and to appreciate them. So it's funny because there's so many men that I have dated that women would toss aside or, say they're not eligible or, whatever. But then the minute they start dating me, it's like now all of a sudden they're desirable, right? Like when I met my man, he was on the dating app and he had a stream where I met him in a live stream. And there were so many women that were all around him and just interested in him and flirting with him, but nobody was really like wanting to go that next level with him. When him and I started talking, it was really cool because he was scruffy. He didn't like have a shape up or anything, but I saw him. I saw the person that he was, and he was a beautiful person. So I was interested in him. And then I remember when he got his shape up and stuff, all of a sudden now these women are like flooding his DMs, right? And then we were together for a month, and then it was my birthday, and he booked like this beautiful plantation house, like in Southern Virginia, because you guys know I'm into the metaphysical stuff, and it was supposed to be like, where there were ghosts there and stuff. And he booked it for me because he knew that was my interest. And he paid for it for me and all my friends to go and spend the weekend at this plantation mansion. And it's like when the women started seeing what he was doing for me, now all of a sudden he became desirable, right? And it got really toxic. Like there were women literally lying on him and saying, oh, Uma's man wants me. And it was crazy. Like we saw the explosion. So I think like, there are lots of good, great, available men out here, but the way we talk about men and the way we look at men is going to dictate what kind of experiences we have. Because I've had great experiences. I've had a lot of relationships. A lot of my exes I'm, not friends with, but we're on good terms. And I think what we put into into it is what we're going to get back.
Okay. I'm with that. That's what's up. So I'm going to offer my male perspective to everything you guys are saying on the panel and in suggestions, super chat. All right. Are there available men? Yes. There are a lot of good men out here. A lot of good men. And when I say good, I'm talking about men that are willing and wanting to be married. Now, just me going off of data and statistics, which I know a lot of people hate, most men, I'm going to break this down to the Black community. Black men are married at a higher rate than our women, which shows me through data that men want to be in relationships because they're still choosing marriage, even if it's not with our women. So at any rate, men want it. And not to say they're perfect. It doesn't even mean that they're the best of men. What it means is that they're trying and they're giving it a fighting chance. And that's well enough to say that these men want relationships. Most bad men, as some women would put it, not y'all, but as some women would put it, don't want relationships. They want one night stands. They want as much sex as they can get. So me, as I see it through data, men are out here wanting to be with y'all, with women, married. They want families. They want these things. The reason why a lot of women are not seeing it happening as often from what I see in our community is because some men are saying, you got to listen to what the men are saying. They're tired. They're tired of the way women are treating them in the dating phase. They're tired of women using them for certain reasons. Not saying all, but what these men are saying. I always say, if men want to understand y'all, we got to listen to y'all. And if y'all want to understand men, guess what, ladies? I got to listen to what the men are actually saying. And they're telling you why they're tired. They're telling you why they're not choosing y'all. They're telling you why they're out there choosing other groups of women. So if it's important for a woman to say, I want to be with a man, or if you're Black and you're like, it's important for me to be with a Black man, then I think you should listen to what Black men are actually telling you they want. And I always say, become the woman that the man, become the type of woman that the man you wants. And then you'll have better results. But so long as you're stuck with that, I ain't changing nothing. You gotta be, I'm gonna be me. You can't. stuck in that,
I got my first paid session.
you're not really gonna get the desired results you're looking for. Makiba, I'm gonna mute your mic. You're not gonna get the desired results you're looking for if you do not play the game right with the men that you're looking for. Just like we got to play the game right with y'all. Now, to answer your question, Jess, when you said define a good man for the stream, I asked for a reason. A good man is a man that takes his time to understand the people around him. He cares about the people in his circle. He not only cares, but he also builds for the people in his circle to profit off of. Those are the men that we consider, most men consider not only good men, but valuable men. That should be the man that a lot of women look for because he has character. He comes with more than, what these so-called men that's out there only wanting to clap cheeks are looking for. That man comes with something. So yes, he could also be a good man, but he just could be a hardworking man. And that hardworking man, the man that's going to work every day, 9 to 5, he might be a truck driver, he might be an electrician, he might be whatever, but he's a good man. He comes home every day to take care of what's his, building still a house, community, and everything that you need to see the end goal. That's a good man. So what was your reason why you asked that for?
Well, I just want, because I feel in this day and age, even, good men, good women is still such a subjective thing because, just as some people may call, quote unquote, there were some people even trying to say like Cam Newton or whatever like that when, you get what I'm saying? As in to say, just because they have money, just because they have status, that's all it takes or whatever the situation is. So I wanted to kind of gauge what a man calls good.
Right. Well, do you agree with what I said?
I will add some things to it in a sense, as in to say, like morality. Because sometimes I feel like, and you kept it with the people around him. And I feel like even when you're good always with when it's the people around you or even past that as well. So,
no, you
like your character.
You missed my point. I didn't say good with the people around him. I said build for the people around him. You don't build for the world, right? But you build for your circle.
Right. Okay. So that's fine too. But I mean, but as I said, like character, morality, things like that. That's more so even what I look for, values and things like that. So because no matter whatever you're pursuing, it's heart posture and all of that kind of matters at the end of the day.
Okay. I could say that that's a good addition to it as well. With that being said, ladies, do y'all want to close this off? I do like how everyone spoke, and especially the women that's in relationships, on how it can help women that want to be in that position get to where they want to go. So I agree with a lot of what you guys were saying as well. There's good men, and there is still men that want to date y'all. There's a lot of men that want to be with y'all. And I think Dion made a very good point. And also Ash, I think it was Ash who said it too. A lot of these men, or somebody in the comment section, a lot of these men are in your friend zone. They're in your DMs. They're the ones that's like, I ain't gonna say the ones that's like, yo, can I drink your bath water? Don't pay attention to those men. But look at the men that are like, yo, I want to get to know you. I'm interested. You have a problem? Come lean on my shoulder and talk to me. And I'm not just looking for sex from you. I'm looking to actually help problem solve with you. I'm looking to actually help you figure out what's going on so that way you can be happy again when you're sad. Pay attention to those men.
Can I also?
Those are the men. They
add-
might not look, one second, Jeff. They might not look that great. He might not be the most handsome man. But what he could offer you is something better than most of those handsome, well-strapping men could offer. But go ahead, Jess.
I just wanted to put out, you know, how I talk about things. I differentiate high value man versus high quality man. To me, there's a difference. So, you know, that's one of those things where, you know, you have to kind of think about as well, because high value men are not always high quality men. So
that's a real thing. That's a real thing. There's a lot of men with money that's, you know,
garbage.
They the worst of the, they dusties. So just because you got money do not make you a high quality. So
also, I will say this too before you close out, and that can be it. I will say, men, and this is just an ode to you. Sometimes rejection is protection. So if she's not hitting you back, if she's not reaching back out, it might be things going on with her that you're literally dodging and blocking a bullet. So, you know, don't assume that, you know, she's stuck up or whatever the case is. It might just be okay.
I'm sorry, kid. I do like this question, and I would like for someone to answer it. Are you ladies willing to compete for a good man?
Absolutely.
That is
not.
a good question.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't compete for a man.
I don't think a good man would make me compete for him. If a good man's interested in me, he's only interested in me and no one else. It's not a competition at the end of the day. Because if he's still entertaining multiple people, that means he's trying to keep his option open. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a good man would make me compete with anyone.
I think,
and if I am competing, who am I competing against? Someone who's already been in the picture? Like, that's weird to me too. Because why am I competing against someone else?
That's a weird question, and it's weird contextually, right? Because here's the thing, though, it's weird because men, we already as women compete against each other unknowingly for the win, for the chip, for the ring, if you will, right? We do that unknowingly because men date other women. They may not necessarily be dating you exclusively. So for him to ask that question is just kind of like, we already do it. So what is he? What is this, like the Hunger Games for a man? Like, I don't understand. Like we already do it. So I'm just kind of confused behind it.
I get it, but you see what Uma said and what Ash said is that they won't compete, meaning that, you know, it's like, okay, if I know you got another woman, I am not willing to step my game up to put myself in position for you to choose me.
Okay. No, I just want to say that the reason why I don't compete in life because I'm a metaphysical healer. So it's the law of attraction for me, right? I don't compete, I attract. So my whole goal in life is to just go about minding my business, doing me, and then the things attract to me based on my energy. So if I got to compete for a man, then I'm taking myself out of my element. And then also too, it don't sit well with me because I don't ever want to compete with women that I consider my sisters. You know, it's like, if you want him, you have him. It's not that serious for me. So that's why I said I don't compete.
How could you keep a man if you have that mentality? If you want him, you can have him.
If you want, because he should want to be here with me, and if he don't want to be here with me, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Not you. I'm not talking specifically to you, Uma. But what's so special about you, not you, that a man is like, I'm going to choose you over her?
There's absolutely nothing special about me or generalize me. It's just, I believe that two people are meant for each other. Right? So I don't
believe that.
Okay, but we have difference of opinions. So when I find my person is going to want me and only me, and I'm going to want them and only them. And if we now have to entertain the idea that, you know, I could lose my place or he could lose his place, then yeah, it's not for me, you know?
So I don't think and there's a person for any one person. I believe you make it work with the people you choose to make it work with. Just like your friends, just like your marriage, I have to put in work to make my marriage or anything work. It is
Well,
what
yeah,
it
I
is.
agree. I
It's
agree
not
with
we
that.
just gonna sit here and because you were my person, I could stop competing and putting in work. I
No, I
still
think
gotta work every day. Now, hold on.
But you're
If-
you're speaking wrongly for me. I never said anything about putting in work. I do believe in putting in work in a relationship.
That's
But
competing.
for my man, no, I don't believe
You
in
still
that.
gotta work.
Can I throw my 2 cents in? Because
Yeah.
now I'm not going to compete against another human being for a man. Will I compete against myself if there's things that I know I need to do, or the person that I want is telling me like, hey, like I don't see us being together because your credit score is like a 2 or like mad low or something, and I know this man wants to, if he wants to like share his world with me, then I know then I need to compete against myself and I need to level up. Yeah, I'll compete in the sense of I need to do better, right? I need to get my credit score together. I need to like kill some debt, or if he like, hey, you would be the one, but you gotta drop like 20 pounds because you wasn't 20 pounds bigger when I met you, then I'll go hard against myself when I know I need to level up. But I'm not gonna go hard because he's confused between me and some other human being. Like I'm not doing that. But I will do better for a man that I want.
So I get that, and I guess that's a good word play you just put together there, Ash. But when you think about relationships, right? And you're dating, you're in the dating phase. As y'all said, there's women out there dating multiple men. Same thing for men. They're dating multiple women. So just like Kit was saying before, if I gotta put myself in a position where you know I want you, the woman, and I know that Tom, you dating Tom over there, I gotta step my game up to do something to look a little bit better to you than Tom. Now,
But wait,
am I
but
going
let's
to?
wait. But GMT, let's be very clear. A lot of the times, women don't know who or how many they're dating. A lot of the times they'll tell whatever story like, oh, you know, I'm not taking any more seriously, you know, this, that, and the third, and make it seem like, you know, you're higher up on the podium than you may be or whatever, because they want to keep you around and still be able to date you. So let's not confuse that, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that when he said, you know, are you going to compete for your man, that would have to have the assumption that these men are telling these women, like, you know, look, I'm dating other women and I'm trying to see, you know, who's going to, you know, be whatever. Because here's the thing, the fact that you all already date multiple women and you all are already doing your tally sheets, right? So again, unknowingly, we are already in competition, just not knowing that we're playing the game. So for him to ask that question is kind of far-fetched, because I'm not playing the Hunger Games for a man. I'm not
Can I
doing-
also add?
because I personally feel like this: you can't compete when you don't compare, and I'm
Can I
not
also
doing the
add
whole
what you
comparison. Huh? Say what?
I kind of want to add on to what you said with certain things too, because a loser, so you are for backing him, whatever that is. So that comment right there where it says I compete with myself to be better than yesterday. That's kind of what I was thinking when the question was asked if we compete for our man, will we compete for our man? Because to me, I feel like it should be you are being your best to the best quality of yourself, whether it's maximizing your communication, maximizing your cooking, maximizing your interpersonal skills, whatever the situation is, you're maximizing to the best of your ability. And then when you do meet someone that you come into contact with that you're interested in, you're putting your energy and your focus on bringing your best to that person. And if you're into exclusive dating, then they're putting the best into you and you're getting to know them and moving from there.
So, I mean, whether you want to consider that competing, I feel like you're just bringing forth your best to the world, for yourself, and all of that.
I hear what y'all are saying, but what I'm saying is this. When I talk about competition, I'm talking about you being the woman that what he wants. You could be the best version of yourself and be the opposite of everything that the man that you want wants. You heard what I said? The man that you want.
But that's what dating is. You're getting to know that person while you're dating them about their likes and their dislikes as well.
Here's what I'm saying though, right? Is that the man that you want? Hold on, I'm gonna mute you one more time, Akiba. One more time. When I say the man that you want, what he wants, right, is maybe something that you're not. Maybe he's looking for a more feminine woman.
So then I'm not for him.
No, it doesn't. So, and that's the problem, because you're not willing to say, okay, how can I be more of what that man wants to be? So you're just going to keep on. Hold on one second, kid. You keep eliminating yourself because you don't want to change anything for any man that you're dealing with, because you're you, and you just want to be you. And that's where a lot of men have a problem, because you're not willing to be open-minded and check. One second, kid. Hold it in like you fought. You're not willing to be open-minded and say to yourself, like, yo, listen, look, this man is looking for something, right? Maybe he's getting it from Brenda over there. So in order for me to, obtain the relationship, because this is a good man, maybe I'm not sleeping with him, and that's fine. And maybe Brenda's not sleeping with him either. But the way that Brenda is treating him is something different. So what about learning how to be more of what that man wants to be? I don't think anything is wrong with that, because men do that for y'all all the time. We do, kid. Go ahead, kid.
First things first, you are full of malarkey, and so is Sunday's panel, because I legit said the same thing when I said men complain about not getting no cheeks or whatever. And I said, instead of them complaining about not being the men that the women want them to be, that why not step up their game and get their shit in order so that they can be more marketable to women out here. And y'all basically told me to go blow one out in the wind. You blow me because I said that, and now you saying it over here on this panel, and that is the most bunch of bullshit in the world. And I'm fighting the air.
She did say that.
I absolutely said that. And y'all basically
I never said I did
get swag, and you can't do that. The same way a woman can. No, but you can.
I'm not talking about swag. You can't get swag. You can't be more feminine. Why can't you be more feminine? I can't. Listen, if I'm a nerdy dude,
you can be more feminine. The same way that women can absolutely be more feminine. They will submit to the men that make them want to submit, and that can show them that they have that reason to do that, and they absolutely want to do that. And again, I have said this on this panel and on Sunday, and I just want to let y'all know. On Sunday, the same thing that GMT just said that women should do for men, I literally said men should do it so that they can garner the attention of the women that they are more attracted to. And he basically told me it was an impossible feat. And now I am done.
But you gonna let me finish? You gonna let me finish? You gonna let me finish, or you gonna keep your Spirit Airlines in the air for this long? Let me finish saying what I'm saying, please. I'm not saying at all that men cannot change to be what a woman wants. What I'm saying is what you said is we talking about swag or a person's demeanor. A man can, hold on, kid. A man can't change that. That's who we are. If a man is a dork, he's a dork. It is what it is. What I'm saying is, but if a man is saying like, okay, could you step your masculinity up a bit? Could you speak up? Could a man work on those things? Yes. I didn't say that in totality about everything. That ain't what y'all said. I said, could he be the gangster that some women want him to be? No, he can't. That's not how he is. Some men, hold on. Some men, because you just want to talk, kid. Some men desire that, right? Some men listen to what women say, and then they become the gangsters and go out there and get themselves bodied because they think that that's what women like. Men do that.
They do, but GMT, on Sunday, I literally said, I even said about finances, because I said, I said these same men that are complaining about the women that they can't get over here will save up their coins, go across the country, go across the world somewhere, to some little exotic place that, it turns from dollars to rupees, and now they become a millionaire overnight. And the same women that they complained about over here are the same women they go and buy over there. What I said was, why not become the better version of you? Get your money up here. Become the better person that makes you more marketable to women that you want and want to be desirable for. So you go from 0 cheeks clapped in a year to maybe 5 cheeks clapped in a year. And then we can go up in numbers based on the level of leveling we do. That is what I said. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch the episode, and y'all basically got my plane down with AKs and RPGs and all kind of just.
I didn't completely disagree with you. I was very specific on what I said that men change or could not change for women. I was very specific on what I said. But I feel like men, I don't even feel like, I know that men conform for women all the time. All the time. We do. Whether y'all want to hear that or not, we do. And then men, when we ask, and I'm not saying this in general, ladies, but in a lot of cases, when men say, hey, ladies, I need you to be this, it's no, this is how I am. There's a whole damn song, Just Take Me As I Am. All right. So y'all refuse to change for some of these men that y'all say y'all want. Okay. Well, guess what? The marriage rate speaks for itself. So until both parties are willing to change and meet here in the middle, you get nothing. That's what I'm saying.
I believe in compromise. There's always compromise when you're in a relationship and everything. There always should be compromise. So that's not what I'm going against. I know that there is a level of, this is where I wonder, is there a level of autonomy that they can keep in a sense and still strive for better? The more they strive for better, and the compromise that comes with relationship. What are you saying in a sense of what are they trying to, how are we changing? Like, what changes are your examples? Because a lot of times we throw out these things. They should change. They should change. What kind of things are you talking about that women should change when they meet a man?
You asking me that? You want me to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that man is asking you to lower your tone when you're dealing with him, why wouldn't you change?
And but remember, I told you about getting better personally too. So that is something that should. Some
people don't think anything is wrong with that. So it's not, that's subjective as well. Some people be like, I'm loud, and you take it. I just watched me and Dion just watched a show last night where this girl is like, this is how I am, and I'm just gonna be this way. Okay. If that's how you, and all the men in the room told her, you're aggressive, you're aggressive, you're aggressive, and she's like, oh well, take it.
And
6 men
asking her to be better
because she doesn't think anything is wrong with it. So what's better to her might not be the best for, what's better for me might not be the best for me, but if the man that you want is asking you to tone it down, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I'm gonna tone it down. If it's a man that I want, I'm gonna tone it down. But also, I think if it's a man that I want, then naturally, I'm gonna already be trying to be the best that I can be, the best version of myself for him. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he won't have to ask me to change too much because I'm already trying to be the best that I can because I want this man. Why would I not pipe down?
Right.
And even communication. Like, because even if it's someone who is a rah-rah type in a sense, I mean, maybe if that's the case, some people can control, some people can't. I don't know. Because I'm trying to be diplomatic, I guess. But honestly, if they approach you with something like that, that should be something that you would want to change if you're trying to be the best of yourself, or something that can be talked about. Being like, okay, the way that you just raise your voice in that way, and that little attitude, the neck roll, the finger snap, whatever like that, that's a little bit too aggressive for me. And then that'll be that time we'll be like, you know, you're right. I see that. If you're trying to be the better you. If not, you know.
I did a stream on Friday, and this young lady was straight. Oh, sorry, Dion. Go ahead, babe.
So I feel like we could just kind of like wrap this up in a bow with this little simple little quote from Jill Scott from an interview she did with the Breakfast Club, and she said, "If you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do." I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. If you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do.
That's so stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
It makes sense.
Let me
Think about
explain.
Let it sit.
I need you to let it marinate, because when I explain it,
turned into mush.
No, you're not. No, because you're not letting it marinate. When I explain it, you're gonna like it. So sit back and relax. Thank you. So what that means is basically, if that woman values that man, he can lead her wherever he wants to lead her because she values what he's saying. So you can tell me what to do. If you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. That's because I don't respect you. That's because I don't value. That's because I don't care about what you think, feel, or whatever. So there's nothing you can ask me to compromise because you can't tell me what to do. Who are you? Who are you? That's what
I do get it. I do get it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Right. So can you recant? Can you recant and say sorry?
All right. Oh, my bad.
Thank you.
So, So here's what I get from that, right? And this is what I tell men. Exactly what Dion just said. If you can't tell her what to do, bounce. If she's the woman that's going to be disagreeable with you every time you say something, she's going to go against what you would like for her to be and who she is, get out the door. Don't sit in an unhappy relationship with these women knowing that you cannot lead her when she says she wants a leader because you're not the one she wants to respect.
You're not the one that she wants to be led by.
Okay.
That's
right.
what it is.
Thank you, kid, because I was waiting for the sound. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. I was sitting back listening, I was just like, we could wrap this thing up.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
So we're gonna wrap this up, but this was a great show. Thank y'all. First of all, I want to thank the ladies so much for joining in and having a great conversation with us tonight. Greatly appreciated. All of you guys did a great job. All you ladies, did a great job. So with that being said, I also would like to thank everyone in the comment section for staying active today, along with everyone that super chatted and supported the show. Because I always say, listen, I am not a panhandler, but it is for YouTube's algorithm, and it's super important that you support the show through super chats. Because what that does, it lets YouTube know that this is the place to be, that we are having great conversations over here, so they start pushing it further and further out. So I want to thank you all so much for continuing to support the show. Many blessings to y'all. Stay tuned for Friday Grown Men Trash Talking. I promise I got a good one for y'all. And Sunday's Open Conversation, where the fellas will be back. And y'all know how that goes every week. So until then, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
Voice